Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and this is Create Your Own Cozy. Guys, I was so sick last week, but I am back. I am up and moving around. I don't have the energy and stamina that I would like, but it was good to get creating again this week. I'm excited to say that the products that I use on today's video, the IOD products and of course the DIY products, are available on my website, www.createyourowncozy.com. So I did not get a video out last week with that announcement, so that is very exciting. Give me some grace this week with my voice and my energy level. I am trying to get back into the swing of things. It feels good to get some regular stuff under my belt, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started on project one for this week. This picture frame I grabbed from the Goodwill bins back in January. So let's just say it was around $1, and you can see it was pretty scratched up. Part of me wanted to repaint it white, and then I was like, you know what, let's grab Skeleton Key, which is one of my favorite DIY colors. It is such a chameleon color. I used the Little Dipper DIY paintbrush, did 2 coats, and then I could have white waxed it to bring out the details, but then I thought, let's see what it looks like if I just wet distress. I'm just taking a wet rag and wiping back over the detail, and I really liked how it had almost a yellow tone, and I will play with that in my next step. So now I am just going over the Skeleton Key with liquid patina, which is also, it's something I use for decoupage, but it is a top coat as well, and it seals the paint. I like to use liquid patina when I want more of a matte finish, and Big Top when I want a semi-gloss to matte finish. It's not super shiny, but I have found that liquid patina is more matte. So I grabbed an old book page, and you can see the tone of this page is matching the distressed areas. Then I grabbed Ephemeral Melange, which is a really cool, smaller IOD transfer, and was originally gonna do this like little angel one because there was words of angels on the page, but then I realized there was a white background and it was gonna cover up most of the words. So I went with this really pretty pink rose, used the grid line to make sure it was in the center, and then the tool that it comes with to rub it onto the page. After I am done with that, I'm going to turn this over and burnish it into the paper, and then I am going to put it in my picture frame. Look how gorgeous that is. What do you guys think of this project? For project number 2, I'm going to go ahead and use the same picture frame I got with the other one, but this one was not as rough, so I'm not going to repaint it. I am measuring out the book page for this one. This tone of book page is a little more white and less yellow, so I'm just using the glass piece to measure it to size. I'm going to cut off those edges, and then I'm also going to find another transfer. I found that my picture frames seem to sell a lot better and quicker when I have styled them up somehow on the inside. I was considering this green or red. I might go back and do it, guys, because I don't even know how much I love how this one turned out. I'm going to show you anyway. I'm using the glass over the transfer to make sure it would work size-wise. And then I am putting this one over the book pages. Hindsight, I'm wishing the scale of this was a little bit smaller. I kept the project in here just to show you that you can do it with like a white tone as well. What do you guys think of this one? I kind of want the scale of the transfer to be a little bit smaller. I kept it in here to show you just different color tones that you can go with to add some fun decor to your home. Project number 3 is a decor board that I would normally cover up the D, but our last name is Davis, so you know I had to make a little something for our house. So hindsight, I would have gone over this with either a shellac or salvation solution because there were some oils in the wood, but I made the best of it. I painted both sides skeleton key, and then I went over it to seal it, of course, with liquid patina because I am more of a matte sheen lover in my home. Now I am going to have this two-sided, so I'm going to have it where the D can be part of a vignette in my home, or I'm going to flip it over and add a transfer. This is from the Seed Catalog transfer book, which is a similar size and style to Ephemeral Melange. So I love the sepia colors right here on this one, and I am just lining it up with the grid and putting it on there, and really like how this would look in a vignette either in my kitchen or somewhere in my home. And then I can also flip it over and have the D as well. So after I burnish it in, I am going to go over it with liquid patina. Right here, I was going to think about sanding the edge, and then I was like, you know what, let me just push the transfer to the inside of that hole, and I kind of liked how that looked. So I'm going to go over the whole thing with liquid patina to seal the transfer in. So I did go over this whole thing with white wax. Now because I did liquid patina, it wasn't saturated with the white wax. It was just a nice little light layer, and I feel like this covered any of the possible staining. I mean, it still looks, you know, old and not brand new, but I am loving how this came out. This next project is going to be a simple upcycle, but I just wanted to show how just tweaking it a little bit can totally change the look of a piece. I believe I got this at the same time. I am not a super fan of dark oak, so I'm going to go ahead and take out this print. I really like the print, and I was not happy with the color of the oak and the color of the matte. So I'm cleaning everything up. Was thinking about painting the matte like a vintage pink color to kind of go with the floral here. But this was a nice print. It said it was printed in England, and I was going to keep that look because I thought that was a really cool look. So before painting the matte, I decided to do the frame, which I knew I wanted to update. And I just took white wax, and guys, I love DIY's white wax. You know, this was my entry level into DIY, is grabbing the wax. It feels like butter, like a good room temperature butter, if you know what I mean. And so I did the white wax over the whole thing, made sure I got all the edges, and really liked how this updated the look of the wood without covering the wood. And after I put everything back together, I was like, I don't need to do anything to the mat anymore. I just need to clean everything up, and just this little simple adding white wax changes the tone of this whole piece. What do you guys think? project number 5, I was looking for something to use another ephemeral melange transfer with, and I found this in my stash. There's nothing special about it. It's new production, nothing old about it, and thought, you know what, let's just add a little transfer to make this a little bit more interesting. So I was going to do that rectangular one, then I found this oval one, and the trick with a rounded surface is start in the center. Basically, I am going to use a transfer tool in the center and then just work to the outside on each side. There were some spots that it was a little tricky. I just took my finger over it and rubbed it in. And I really like how this updated this piece. This is a good, like, add some layers to your vignettes type of a piece. Now I wanted to seal this in, so I did take Big Top and I just did it right over the transfer so that it added a little bit of protection and sheen, since the pot had a sheen to it as well. And if it got over the side of the transfer, I just rubbed it off with my finger before it dried. And I am really happy with the look of this. I love this idea to add some interesting layers and depth to your vignettes. You will see how I styled it at the end. It's just adding a little bit of a basket with it. So many options with your stash to make it interesting. So what did you guys think of this week's video? I know that I had a good time getting back into the creative mode after being out last week. There are items that I am going to get into my new booth that is set to open sometime next week. I'm going into a place called Soul Sisters up in Dawsonville, Georgia. It is different from my other booth because there is somebody that sells in the Angry Mama store for IOD. So I'm going to be opening up in a new store. Actually, it's not a new store. It's a new store to me. They've been open a number of years, have a great live sale online Facebook presence, but they're in the process of moving to a new location. So it's a new location for them. We're waiting on the fire marshal to give the final inspection, and I will definitely keep you guys in the loop when that gets open. So I am not sad about the delay for that because I did make an announcement last Tuesday the 13th was my birthday, and it did not feel like it because I was sick in bed all day. And then the next day was Valentine's Day, sick in bed again. And I spent 3 solid days not getting out of bed. I felt so awful. Thankfully, my husband and oldest did not get it and were taking care of me and my little two who got it. But you know, Mama got it the worst. There's something about being an adult. I'm pretty sure it was the flu. I got a negative for the C word. But I'm pretty sure it was the flu, and I am struggling with the energy and stamina, and I'm actually struggling with my words a little bit too. Like my brain, like I want to be doing things, and then I'm like, I can't find the words. So I am moving around again. I am getting my new booth ready. I got all my Iron Orchid design stuff that I currently have up on my website. So if there's anything that you've been meaning to grab, go check out my website, createyourowncozy.com, and see if I have it. There are some items that I did want to order, but they were out of stock. So I am about to place another order as soon as those things get back in stock. As of right now, I do not carry the entire line, but if I use it on my videos or if I've used it in the past, I definitely made sure I grabbed it. Because you know I've loved them for so long, and I'm going to sell the stuff that I absolutely love. My goal is every time I do a new order to add 1 or 2 more designs to my repertoire as I gain a customer base and I see the kind of stuff that sells. So if there's anything that you don't see on the website and you would love it if I carried, just shoot me a little message and I would be happy to add it to the next order. It is a learning experience for me to know how many of each thing to grab. But I'm excited to be on this journey and to be feeling better. Oh my gosh. My first IOD order was in my home for 2 days and I didn't open it. That's how bad I felt. Like I didn't even go downstairs. I knew it had arrived. I knew it was safe, not sitting on the front porch, but I could not open it. That's how bad I felt. So I am so glad to be up and moving around again. Today, Henry is not following me around. It's so strange. He has not left my side since I have been sick. Today he is going to get his teeth cleaned. We have been having some bad breath problems with him. So he has to be put under for his teeth to get cleaned. None of us, we're like, this is so strange that we're here and he's not here with us. So we're gonna grab him this afternoon and I'm gonna grab a little footage of him so that you know that he came out just fine and hopefully has some better breath for us. Oh, something else I forgot to share with you. So on my birthday, what I thought I was going to be doing is bringing my husband to gum surgery. And I told him, I'm like, why in the world did you schedule it for my birthday? And I was like, you know what? I'm a grown up. Like, we just need to get this done. Let's get this done. Well, he surprised me the night before. He's like, you know what? I went ahead and changed my surgery date. So tomorrow we have a couples massage. So what I was supposed to be doing on my birthday was going to get a couples massage. But I called them that morning when I felt so awful and I was like, I'm not bringing this crud into your space. And they're like, thank you very much. Well, all that to be said, I had an entire week of being ill, but on the books, my husband was in his company. He is in sales and he was going to be a vendor at another company's event. That other company's event happened to be at Amelia Island Ritz-Carlton. And he's done this a couple times now. And I'm always like, the room's already paid for. Mama needs to go too. So we did get to go. Thankfully, I got better in enough time to get in the car with him. And it was just Saturday and Sunday. And then we came home Monday. But it was good. I got to hang out at Amelia Island Ritz-Carlton. The first couple days it was raining, but that's okay. I didn't even have the energy to walk to the beach. The last day I did get a little bit of, it was cold. I did get to just walk a little bit on the beach. I had no stamina to go very far, but I got to see the beauty of it. And the other part is, the second we dropped the kids off at the in-laws, who were better by the way, we did not get our in-laws sick. I was like, wow, this car's so quiet, because while I had been in bed all week, we had 2 sick kids at home, and it was not quiet because they, of course, you know, have energy when they're sick. What the heck? So it was great to get away to just have some quiet, kind of like a do-over for my birthday. So it was a good weekend, considering, like, it was so weird to just be so ill on your birthday. It did not feel like it happened. If only I didn't have to add a year to my belt. But I'm 48 now. Woo! That other one is only 2 years away. I don't know. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm feeling so old. Okay, well, I still have a 9-year-old. Like, it's not like my kids are out of the house. I'm still like in a different mode. Oh my gosh, I am getting yappy. Another side effect of this is I just get on these tangents. So if you guys are still here, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for wondering where I went, and thank you for being here when I got back. I absolutely appreciate you. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell to all so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I would love it if you shared with your people, if you think that they would love me as well. And don't forget to check out my website. I'm so excited. I feel like, I don't know, like a big girl. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.
I want fur to be on my arm.
What happened? Look at them.